mountains, dusty roads ahead, crossing rivers, dreaming of a bed from a window in the mighty clouds up high.
Welcome to Buffalo Builders, the next generation. This is episode 4, and today we're going inside the house to start the process of finishing our project here on Ann Street. Let's talk to Dusty Kelly from Mike Scott Plumbing now, and he's going to discuss the finished plumbing in our house, plus how he interacts with the students on the project.
And they got to be just a certain distance off the wall, which is about 12 and a half to 13.
Mike Scott Plumbing is a family-owned business. They've been in business for about 35 years. We do everything from residential, commercial, new construction, service work, basically anything under the sun as far as plumbing goes. We've been a part of the Villages for about 25 years, and it is a big opportunity to be able to come here and teach these kids what they wouldn't learn at home. And for them to come here and allow me to teach them is a great opportunity for me. And that's kind of why I volunteered to do it, because I love to teach kids. I love to teach them. This is about my third time working with all the students, and they're very eager to learn. I noticed all the questions they had was everything about plumbing.
On the side, boom, straight up, and then this is it. Covered over the lines. Now you see how they both just
coming here, having the hands-on, and being able to see, how we install a toilet, how we install a kitchen sink, it's just gonna complement their future. I started at a very young age, and I started digging ditches, worked my way up the ladder, became a plumber for about 10 years, and now here I am as a supervisor. I wouldn't trade it for the world. We have about 200 employees. We get about 10 applications a week, some being female, some being male. It really doesn't matter. But we're starting to get a lot of young kids in the program of new construction because, whether they're learning it in school from their teachers or these Habitat homes, like these Habitat homes, it's such a good thing for the kids to learn, because they wouldn't do it any other way. They wouldn't just come to a job and say, I want to learn how to put on a roof, or I want to learn how to install windows. The students that come here and learn, those are the students that we're looking for. And just like any other business owner, we want somebody that's wanting to learn. There's too many people out there that don't want to learn. These kids come here and they want to learn, so that's who we're looking for.
Steve Munn, the president of Galaxy Home Solutions, is one of the major supporters of the Villages Charter High School construction project. Their team has worked closely with the students and Bruce Haverly to ensure that everyone understands the electrical portion of the project. They have done a fantastic job in rough and finished electrical on our project.
Okay, so
Because if you put it backwards.
Munn's Air Conditioning and Heating is this year's sponsor of our Habitat project. Chris Munns is here to discuss why it's so important for them to be involved in this year's project.
We are a third generation company. My grandfather, Aubrey Munn, who is not with us any longer, he established the company in 1964. Our core value is around being blessed by what the Lord has given us, and I know much is given, much is in return, and we just feel responsible to be a part of why we've been blessed to bless others. Just coming from the school in general, it's been a huge accomplishment to have already almost 3 generations going to that school now. My sister graduated there, my 2 children went there, and now this generation coming up. But we have a chance to continue building the core values around hands-on work. And as a company, we try to work with the best products in the industry, an overall complete package. And we like to be a part of that and make sure that those core values and those core teachings are continued on as what they're doing in the school right now. Our company would like to thank all those involved for allowing us to have the opportunity to take part in this home with Habitat for Humanity in the Villages Charter School. It has been a pleasure. Not only have we been able to teach, we've also learned a lot also.
Joining as a new partner on our Habitat house on Ann Street this year is Wharton Smith. They've hired All Right Fence to install a beautiful fence behind our Habitat project, and they're going to discuss why it's so important for them to be involved in this project.
We really want to support this cause in any way we can. You know, the students are getting on-site experience, which is really important to us. You know, they're building not only the community, but our industry as a total.
Wharton Smith was founded in 1984. Our motto back then, and it still holds true today, is to be the construction manager of choice for our employees, our clients, and the communities which we serve.
Construction education is so important to Wharton Smith because students are building our future. I mean, we hire ACT students regularly. Every job I've been on, we've had ACT students. And if these students are getting hands-on experience in the field, that makes it better for our industry to, you know, hire them, as well as, you know, they're building the community at the same time. I see the dedication that the Villages has to this new high school that they're building, as well as the dedication to the construction academy, and we just really want to be a part of that.
Any chance we get to speak in, you know, we've gone to high schools and spoken to the kids, try to encourage them to get into construction. You know, myself and Wharton Smith believes firmly in that, and we'll continue to do everything we can to, you know, help the younger force.
I went through a civil engineering program at UCF, and sometimes I was the only woman and, you know, walking into a lecture hall of students. And it can be very intimidating, but I knew I wanted to be either in the civil engineering field or the construction field. Wharton Smith has really welcomed me with open arms. They haven't made me feel like I'm, you know, less than or anything like that. I feel like I have a great opportunity here, and I just want other women to know that. If you're interested in this field, by all means, come on and find a company like Wharton Smith.
For the decorating club in the Villages, our Habitat project is special. This is named the Holly House in remembrance of their past president. Barb and Mary are joining us to discuss the home and what they're putting into the home to make it special.
Well, I think that our club is mostly retired women who have families that may have gone through good times, bad times, or whatever. Through our dues of $20 for the year, and we do have around 600, 700 members, all the dues go for the Habitat House. And as Barb said, this is our 9th house. I've been lucky enough, this is my 4th. With the dues, all the dues go to the house. And I think what it is the women that we have in the club are so caring that they know we don't call this a Habitat house, we call it a home. Our mission, I believe, is to make this house a home for whoever the person is who is getting it. So because we all love decorating and all the women love their decorating, we take those skills, and I have a team that helps me do this. We get the colors, we get those things, and we put them in the house to make when the people, like last year, the young woman Brandy walked in the door, she had tears running down her face because she couldn't believe the love that was put into her home. And I guess that's our mission with the Habitat.
It is awesome, absolutely awesome to see the excitement that these students have. It's almost like a light bulb goes off and they have an idea, oh my gosh, this is what I really love to do. Work with my hands, learn a trade, and see something from the foundation to done is so rewarding.
This year's going to be really special.
And this is a special house this year, Dawn, because it's in memory of Holly, who started our Habitat program. And she passed away late last year. And she's the one that started this. It was her brainchild. And it became so popular. And it's still going. And we will dedicate the Holly House. Our future projects will be called Holly House.
What I do, I'm an artist, so what I do is I come into the house, look at the floor plan, talk to the owner. She did not like yellow, so we knew that wasn't going to be in the color palette. But what colors did she like? And so we sort of figured out what, and then we went to City Furniture, and what we do is we pick out most of the furniture, at least the main pieces. Then we start. Now it's what we can afford and what the budget is, and we go from there. We picked the colors of the house, the colors of the wall, the colors of the shutters. We were lucky enough this year to pick the cabinets, the Formica, the flooring, so we can all work together. I always set up a board to put my colors together and add some furniture and some ideas, and that we go from there. So what I do is, this is the couch we'll be getting, this is the rug, and we go from there. So I start, these are the floor plans, this is some fabrics that we get. So I try to, if I can visualize it on a board, I can visualize it in the house. This was Amanda's it's called a jelly jar cabinet. So she had brought this from New Hampshire. So I painted it blue, and then I found a kitchen island, which I refinished. We keep busy, we do keep busy.
Since we started these Habitat projects with the Villages Charter High School and Habitat for Humanity of Lake Sumter, T&D Concrete and DZ Blocks have been partners. They've helped with the foundations and they've helped with the driveways. They're installing a beautiful driveway at our project. Let's see how they're doing it.
My name is Marcos Flores. I am currently employed with T&D Concrete. I am a supervisor of the commercial division. T&D Concrete, we obviously do concrete work. We do it in the villages all over the Tri-County area. Right now we're in Lady Lake, and we're doing a driveway here. Yeah, normally when we do a driveway, we form it, and then once we form it, we grade it. After we form it, we pour it. Obviously in Florida, you know, the weather's hot, so it sets up quicker to the temperature. So we kind of, you know, once we pour it, we start finishing it right away. And once we finish it, the process can take up to 3 hours. People get on their knee boards and start hitting it, what we call hand mag. And then, you know, like this driveway, it's gonna be a broom finish. So we finish it with a broom. And then the next day, we saw cut it. The reason why we saw cut it is because concrete cracks. It's always gonna crack, so we saw cut it to control where it's gonna crack at. I graduated from the Villages Charter High School in 2009. Unfortunately, back then, you know, they didn't have a construction academy, but something I definitely would have went into. In high school, when kids went on vacations during spring break and summer, my dad has always been in construction, so I was always, you know, out in the field learning young, so which, you know, in the long run helped me out, so I'm really grateful for that. So I always had an idea since I was little what construction was like.
It is Landscape Day, and we're getting everyone involved. Leading this charge today is our good friend Todd Kuhn. He's the president of Tri-County Landscapes. They're here in Oxford, and they are one of the leading landscapers in all the villages area. And Todd, you are taking charge of this project, and tell us what you're doing here today.
Just here to oversee the kids installing the sod, the plants, the mulch, sort of watching them work, and helping them work. And they come this morning and laid 9 pallets of sod already, which is a bunch of sod for some teenage kids.
Now, the nice thing about it, and we got to say this out loud, this is all being donated by Tri-County Landscapes. This is a wonderful donation for this Habitat for Humanity of Lake Sumter home. I know the homeowners will very much appreciate it. Tell us what you're doing with the landscaping, what type of sod, what type of plants, and you've done a wonderful job leveling the ground. It's just beautiful out here.
So the sod is just Bahia sod, which is, very drought tolerant, hardy. There's no irrigation, so it'll green up nice though. You got a variety of plants, some Loropetalum, Indian hawthorn, got red mulch installing, and just helping the kids do it. And, it's really a great cause. I love being able to help out.
A lot of times people don't think about landscaping as a future in the construction industry, but you're busy all year round. There's a 12-month season here in Florida for landscaping, and there's a lot of people who are making a lot of money doing landscaping. Why should a student or anybody consider a career in landscaping?
If you love being outdoors, I guess the only downside, it's hot in Florida. We do work year round, but it's hot. I guess, the big thing is just to see, it green up or it come along, from dirt to plants in the ground, and all of a sudden you pull up and then the house is finished, and, it's a finished product. You actually see it, and then it's alive, it's living,
Why is it important for your company to be involved with this Habitat project?
Being part of the community to help. Whether it's the students or the homeowner or, just the whole area. I feel privileged to be able to help, so, I want to help.
Well, Todd, it's a beautiful project. I can't wait to see it's finished. I know the kids have laid 9 pallets of sod, got more to lay out. Your team is doing a great job. I know you're known for top quality work, so we appreciate all the help. And I can't wait to see this project finished. We're about to see a beautifully landscaped yard. New to this year's project is the Villages Charter High School Ag Department. Instructor Scott Warlather is here to discuss his students' contributions to this year's project, and it's truly amazing the hard work they're putting in.
So I started the program at the Villages High School 4 years ago, and been going strong ever since. First year, we only had 12 students, and we've grown into 50. Now we have 50, so we're moving forward. Starting next year will be school-wide, so 9th grade all the way through 12th grade can take the classes. Their initial class is kind of like an intro to agri-science. Then, depending on when they start, they'll either go into an agri-technology course, which kind of focuses on both plants and animals, or their senior year, they'll go into an animal science class. Today, we have, my seniors will be out here, my senior classes. So they're in the animal class. Their main project for the year is raising a steer for the market show at Sumter County. But I jumped on the opportunity to come out here because I think this is a great opportunity to get their hands dirty and for a great cause. The livestock show this year and the market and the auction was probably the best year I've ever seen at any fair around county-wise. Like I said, I'm from Citrus County, but actually every year I've been here, it's probably been, as far as prices go, price per pound, it's been the best county around for that. And that's really due to the companies in the villages that go down and support the kids, the youth of the county. So T&D, Galaxy, Rainey Construction, the Hughes brothers, they all pitch in, and they help these kids out a lot.
I'm Peyton Ricketson. I'm a senior in the ag program. I got started in the ag program by my friend. I went and watched one of her fairs and I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. Might as well just kind of try. So junior year, I went into the ag program to kind of go, because my intention was to go into that animal science. So mainly what we do is like we get donated steers and we get to focus on the steers, and we learn about how their muscle builds and what we have to do to walk them, and how the muscle builds, and how much weight they have to gain. So they have to gain 2 pounds per day for the fair. We won highest weight gain, so that was really cool for our steer. I think we went for $18 per pound, which is a lot this year. Fortunately, everybody on the fair this year got very good prices for each pound. I know one of our other ag students got $29 per pound, so she was very fortunate. So when I graduate, my plans are to go to USF. I'm going to the St. Pete location, and I will be majoring in marine biology to become a marine biologist at the Clearwater Aquarium.
I've been busy doing some sweat equity, painting houses. I actually helped paint the outside of the Habitat Restore in Eustis. That was fun. So I've been busy doing that. The academy has been busy finishing up the house. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's more than what I could have asked for. It's amazing. I'm so proud of all the kids that have worked so hard over the last 10 months, basically, to get this from start to finish. And, you know, I hope that they feel like they've done a good job as well and have earned their right to say that I built this house. The fact that Emily knows that kids from the same school are building it, you know, it puts the mindset for her, hey, I can do that when I get older and into high school. So she's already looking forward to doing something like this. Habitat has been absolutely amazing and supportive through this entire process. Doesn't matter how many questions I have, they always have the time to talk and answer my questions. I will always volunteer going forward. This is a great program for anybody in my situation where, you know, we have a good paying job, but, you know, being in one income and wanting to move forward in your own life and move forward and get a house, this was definitely something that I would recommend for anybody in the same situation. We're almost there.
Thank you for joining us today for Buffalo Builders, the Next Generation. It was a great episode, but our next episode is the grand finale. We're going to turn the keys over to the homeowner. Be sure to tune in and join us for that special episode. If you'd like to help on this project or others, please contact Kelly Colley at the Villages Charter High School or Danielle Stroud at Habitat for Humanity of Lake Sumter. Please support construction education.